What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, unified, 3-belt, WBA, WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely considered by many to be top 2, if not number 1, definitely top 5, pound for pound, best fighters in the world. And Errol the Truth Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is 28 wins, no loss and no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. He responds to the new clip and new footage of Terence Crawford, his upcoming opponent. Terence Crawford is the undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning WBO welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the number 1 best pound for pound fighter in the world, with a record of 39 wins, no loss, no draw, 30 wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. Errol Spence, he believes that Terence Bud Crawford is going to bring it to him. Terence Crawford historically is a slow starter in the sport of boxing. Okay, he historically starts off very, very slow. He, feels out his opponents. He tries to download the information, takes his time, tries to gauge what his opponents is trying to do, feel them out, feel out their power. And then he starts off. He, makes the adjustments to what he needs to do. And then he historically gets the knockout. Okay, he has stopped 10 out of 12 of his last opponents. Terence Crawford is on a historic knockout streak, and he just simply don't get enough credit for all the knockouts that he garners within the sport of boxing, right? Because people tend to, water down and downplay his level of competition. And so the fact that Terence Crawford has all these knockouts, he has 30 knockouts in his career. And Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, they're going to face off July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. Terence Crawford knocked out David Avanesian. He knocked out Sean Porter. He knocked out Kell Brook, Igis Kavalauskas, Amir Khan, Jose Benavidez Jr., Jeff Horn. That was all in the welterweight division. He made his debut in the welterweight division June of 2018. So he has Jeff Horn fight, Jose Benavidez, Amir Khan, Igis Kavalauskas, Kell Brook, Sean Porter. 7 knockouts at his welterweight division. Now you date back before he even made his debut in the welterweight division, when he fought Julius Ndongo, August of 2017. He knocked him out for undisputed. Prior to that, he got a stoppage victory over Felix Diaz. Prior to that, he knocked out John Molina Jr. Prior to that is when he went to the decision when he fought Victor Postol in the unification bout. Victor Postol was considered the boogeyman in the 140-pound division, and everybody was avoiding him. Terence Crawford dropped him twice and won a unanimous decision in unification bout. That's the last time he went the distance and went to the scorecards. That was July of 2016. Okay, so that was 7 years ago since Terence Crawford went the distance. And if you date back before that, he knocked out Hank Lundy. Okay, he knocked out Derry John, Thomas Delorme, he knocked out. And then you have to go all the way back till November of 2014 when he went the distance against Raymond Beltran. Okay, and prior to that, he knocked out Yuriorkis Gamboa and went the distance with Ricky Burns. So since becoming the world champion in March of 2014, okay, almost 10 years, he has went the distance a total of 3 times. That was Ricky Burns in March of 2014. That was Raymond Beltran in November of 2014. And that was Victor Postol in July of 2016. So since becoming the world champion in March of 2014, Terence Crawford has went the distance of the combined 3 times. Okay. And one of the fights was against Victor Postol, which he dropped him twice in that fight in a unification bout. So Terence Crawford is a knockout artist. He just doesn't simply get the credit he deserves for his knockouts. But Errol Spence, he's giving Terence Crawford the credit he deserves. And Errol Spence says that Terence Crawford is hearing the chatter. One of Terence Crawford's, in my opinion, the biggest weakness in Terence Crawford's game is Terence Crawford's heart. I think that's the biggest weakness in Terence Crawford's game, because his heart. Now, many people would deem that to be a great attribute, but for Terence Crawford, at times he finds himself just simply getting into firefights, okay? And he can't do that when you're dealing with Errol Spence, who's fundamentally sound, who's big, who's strong, who has a lot of power, extremely high ring IQ, and extremely high work rate. And he's very, very durable. So with that said, Terence Crawford is naturally a smaller guy. He has to box Errol Spence Jr. He cannot get into a firefight with Errol Spence Jr. Okay. Now, anything is possible. He can get into a firefight with Errol Spence Jr. and come out victorious, but I highly doubt that he'll come out victorious against Errol Spence in a firefight. So with that said, I think that it better suits Terence Crawford to switch his game up, to be a boxer, to mix it up, to be a brawler at times, to get Errol Spence's respect. So Errol Spence says that Terence Crawford, he listens to the chatter, right? And that because he listened to everything, like Errol Spence listened to everything, that he believes Terence Crawford is going to do something completely different than he's accustomed to doing, which is he's going to come out way more aggressive than he typically comes out. He's going to come out aggressive and look to, get Errol Spence's attention immediately. And Errol Spence, obviously, that's his game plan. That's his wheelhouse. Okay. Errol Spence, like he stated, when the first bell rings, I'm big stepping. I'm coming right to him. But that's who Errol Spence is. That's his game. That's what he does. That's not who Terence Crawford is. That's not typically what he does. So if Terence Crawford does that, that's going to be getting out of character. Okay. And if he gets out of character, that could see him ultimately lose. This is a game of inches, this fight. Okay. This is a fight where it's truly, truly a 50-50 fight. If there were ever a truly 50-50 fight, this is it. This is truly a 50-50 fight. This is the biggest fight in boxing in 40 years. This is the most 50-50 fight we've gotten since Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, September 16th, 1981 for Undisputed match. This fight is truly a 50-50 fight, and it's a game of inches. The least mistakes made can see you victorious. The most mistakes made can see you lose this fight in a big, big way. Neither guy wants to lose this fight, and both guys have huge pride. So because both guys have a lot of pride, no one wants to back down. But Errol Spence's game has always been to never back down. That's who he is. That's the makeup of who Errol Spence is. Terence Crawford at times is a boxer, but his record can fool you because, again, like I said, since his March 14th title opportunity against Ricky Burns in the UK, he has only went the distance 3 times. And in one of those fights, like I said, of Victor Posto, he got 2 knockdowns. So he makes adjustments and gets the knockouts. But can he do that with Errol Spence is the question. Now, many people, they question Errol Spence and they say, is Errol Spence still the same guy he once was since suffering that horrific car accident in October 2019 and then suffering a broken or detached retina in August of 2021? Can his body still withstand and hold up to what Errol Spence is going to be bringing? So those are questions that Errol Spence, many people have, and they want to be answered. And then again, like I said, Terence Crawford's size. So does Terence Crawford have the ability to stop and hurt Errol Spence and get his attention? I believe he does. Terence Crawford is seen to be the more versatile fighter. He switches from southpaw to orthodox. He has power in both hands. He has an extremely high ring IQ. He catches you with angles. The punches that hurt you the most are the ones you don't see. Terence Crawford can catch you with punches you don't see. He have extremely long arms. So he definitely has the ability. But Errol Spence is fundamentally sound. Errol Spence gets in your chest without you even realizing. And then he starts to wreak havoc. Okay. He's like a bull in a china shop. Once he gets into your china shop, it's over. And Terence Crawford has to resist him and prevent him from doing so. At least that's how it seems on the outside looking in. Terence Crawford may feel simply a different kind of way. But this is why this fight is so intriguing and so interesting. And like Errol Spence said, Terence Crawford, he hears the chatter and he's going to want to prove the doubters wrong. He's going to want to start off extremely fast and prove a point. So this is why this fight is the biggest fight in boxing. This is why it's the biggest fight in 40 years, because it's so intriguing and nobody truly understands and knows what's going to happen. Not even Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. They have an idea of what they believe is going to happen, what they want to happen, and how they want it to unfold. But both guys have to simply prepare for the unknown, because once again, they simply just don't know. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out as you see Terence Crawford showing off his physique. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue. I'm signing off. I'm gone. Peace.